Gareth, good afternoon. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
From Malta to Manchester, you've got a bit of a selection dilemma. You've got your 5 Manchester City players back in contention. You've got Trent, man of the match, as a number 10. Eberechi Eze, Callum Wilson and Mark Gay all playing well. What's the mindset in terms of your team selection ahead of this one?
Well, you're right. It's always difficult picking a team because we've got some depth and players who have all trained well. So they're all presenting well. They're all available for the game. As always, we're looking at the opposition. We're looking at the best way to try and win the game, what attributes we need. So, not an easy decision, but we're very clear in our heads where we need to head.
In terms of North Macedonia, England have never beaten them at home. I know there's not been a lot of games. What's your analysis shown about the way that they play and how difficult the match will be?
Yeah, well, they should have won the other night against Ukraine, really. So we know the quality of some of the individual players. They've got some players playing at big European clubs. As a team, they function well. They obviously knocked Italy out of the last World Cup, and they pushed Portugal close as well in those knockout games. So they have got pedigree. They bring the game to you a bit more than perhaps we had the other night as well. So it isn't just a case of rolling on from Friday. It's a step up. It's a step up in intensity and quality. And we've got to be right in our game to be able to win the match.
There's been so much speculation in the build-up to this camp about a number of England players and moving around to different clubs, but it seems to have stopped over the last 2 or 3 days. Did you speak to players and say, look, you don't want their club futures spoken about whilst they're on international duty? And would your message be after the game on Monday that those players that haven't played a lot over the course of this season, that they need to find minutes ahead of next summer, should they be involved with the squad?
Yeah, I haven't felt the need to say anything. The players are tapping each other up anyway on the quiet, so that's I can't do anything about that. But these things. What I have said is that these things run their course. They happen in their own time. You can't force it as a player. You've got to accept that. Don't get frustrated. Don't be asking all summer. You don't need to be updated on every call that happens. There's a lot of negotiation goes on, and I remember as a player getting too wrapped up in every detail of that. And in the end, there's only a small amount that you can actually control. So I think all of those things will happen later on in the summer, and the players. I think the players understand that really, and they know that the focus for the next 36 hours is this game, finishing the season well, making sure that we're sat on 12 points, and we'll be in a very healthy position if we do that.
Luke, who have you been tapping up then?
There's a few.
Mason Mount?
Obviously he's not here, but no, I think it's all just a bit of banter really. I think obviously we have a joke and a laugh about it. Not too sure what goes on obviously behind the scenes. It's to do with the club really, but of course when we're here and we're always together, we have a joke about it, but like I said, I don't really know too much what's going on, so that's just it really.
In terms of you personally, you signed a 4-year contract in April, so you're very settled. Has that enabled you to play your best football over the course of the back end of the season and this summer?
I'm not sure really. I think I've been settled there for quite a long time now. I think, of course, this season the manager's definitely helped me. I think he's taken me on to a new level. He's pushing me every day, and I think definitely that's what I need and what I want. I want to keep on improving, keep on getting better, as I still think that I can, and push myself to an even higher level. And with the people around me and the coaches that I have, I feel like I can do that.
You played at left back against Malta. You played at centre half for Manchester United a number of times this season. Is that versatility something you feel gives Gareth an extra dimension as to why you should be in the squad and why you should be in Germany should the team qualify?
No, I don't know. I think my performances so far hopefully show that I deserve to be in the setup around here, but I think we spoke about it before anyway. I think of course I'm a left back, but if I ever need to play centre back here, I'm more than happy to do so. I learnt a lot, in the time playing centre back in a new position, learning different things, and I really enjoyed doing that. But first and foremost, I'm a left back, and yeah, like I said, wherever any manager wants me to play, I'm happy to play.
Hi Gareth. You said it's tough naming a team selection. The Man City players are coming back. Will we see some of them in the starting lineup tomorrow?
Possible. It's possible. There are obviously some very talented players and some important players for us. So it is difficult to name a team. There's no question about that. But as I said, we've looked at the opposition as well, and making sure that we get the balance of our team right. But it's an important game for us, and we want to play well. We've got a big crowd. It's a sellout. We're pleased to be bringing the team to Manchester, to the north, and I think it's important we do that. It's the team are for all of the country to follow, not just the south. So we hope we can put on a display that brings pride and brings excitement.
Just wondering, how have you found the reaction to Trent Alexander-Arnold playing in midfield this time opposed to when you played him there in 2021?
No, well, he deserves, firstly, he played exceptionally well. So first thing is that he deserves all the credit he's getting. The rest is noise. So, I don't really get too distracted by that. I've been in this role long enough not to bother about that.
And how has he reacted personally? Does it give him more of a direct route into that England starting 11?
Well, it's another option, and as I said the other day, it's an exciting one. We know the outstanding qualities that he has. So I thought he adapted really well to the role. It is different to what he's been asked to do at his club to this point. But as I said after the game, he was excited by that anyway when we talked about it, and he delivered. So great credit to him.
Thank you. And so Luke, similar to club, you've got the faith of the manager for the England setup. You're only left-footed left back in the squad. How does that make you feel, having the support of the manager like that?
It always helps, obviously, having the support of the manager. But I think, there's obviously a couple injuries out there, especially Chile. I think obviously he's been injured over the, last sort of end of the season, so obviously wasn't available. But, I feel like, it obviously helps a lot knowing that I've got the faith of the manager. We speak a lot, and, I feel really good here whenever I'm here. I'm happy, I enjoy, playing football, and, of course, that always helps.
James. Hi Gareth. The last home game away from Wembley was at Molineux last year, when obviously it turned a little unpleasant at the end. Do you have any concerns with the crowd staying with the team tomorrow, or was that Hungary game kind of a one-off given the result and the circumstances?
Yeah, it's for us always to bring the crowd with us. So it's the onus is on us to give the crowd something to be excited about and to play well. And I'm sure it's a great crowd up here anyway. When we went to Leeds a few years ago, that was an exceptional atmosphere, and I'm sure Manchester will be the same. And the fact that it's a sellout is exciting for us. It's exciting for the players. It adds an edge to the game. So, but of course, also our opponent will be lifted by that. They'll want to put on a good display. So we've got to be ready for them. But as I said, we want to play well. We want to entertain our supporters, and of course, we need to win the game.
I remember at the time you talked about the difficulty of managing player loads at the end of that season. I just wondered if you'd taken anything from that and doing anything differently this time, a year on.
Well, slightly different scenario. We had 4 games, and the players this time that weren't involved in the cup finals managed a 2-week break, and actually I think psychologically that's been really helpful. The risk was physically, could we get them back to the right level, and I think we've managed that ahead of the first game. So I think they've actually enjoyed a short interlude in the break. They now get another 2-3 weeks off, and then back into pre-season, and talking to them. They love coming back together anyway, so in many respects, the off the field is socially really good, and I think they enjoy that. They've got the chance now to get back to their families, but they're ready. They want to get this last game right, and they want to finish what's been a long season on a real high.
Thank you. And just one to Luke, if I can. Marcus Rashford spoke to us a few days ago just about the issue of player welfare and the lack of recovery time between matches. You've obviously played with him at United, had a very long season. I just wondered what your view on that was about the amount of rest you've had during the season and the sort of physical toll on the players.
Yeah, of course, it's very tough. But I think for me, at the end of the day, it's our job. And being here, of course, coming England, we're extremely grateful to be picked. And for us, like I said, it's our job. I think, I'd much rather have, a shorter summer this one and be in the Euros next summer. So for me, I have no problem with, the games. Of course, it's tough, but, we're all very fit, individuals, teams. So, we push ourselves to the max. But like I said, for me, these games, are very important. So we know that we want to be in the Euros competition next summer, and these games mean a lot, and we need to be fit and ready to go. And especially tomorrow, it's a very tough game. It's of course the last game of our season, so we have to get everything to get the 3 points.
Thanks, James. Any further questions? Okay, we'll end this section there. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.